There's been a ton of talk about what Xbox has been doing recently in terms of multi-platform releases. So very recently, within the past couple months, they made 4 games that were once exclusive to the Xbox platform, multi-platform. So they released them on PlayStation and Nintendo. And there was a lot of positive feedback with this. And Xbox has even gone on to now say, hey, we're going to keep doing this. Yeah, funny enough, their releases on the PlayStation Store were like at the top of the ranking list in the past month or two. So yeah, they've been saying, hey, we've gotten a ton of profit from going multi-platform. We're going to keep doing this. So very cool stuff from Xbox, but there just hasn't been a lot of talk about their counterpart, PlayStation. You know, what are they doing to go multi-platform? Because yeah, they've got great exclusives too. Well, I still can't say exactly what PlayStation has planned in the future for multi-platform releases for their exclusives, but what I can tell you, what was just announced today, is that one of their quote-unquote exclusive franchises, or a franchise that has very traditionally been loyal to PlayStation, has now announced, after a very bad financial term, that they are now going multi-platform. I am talking about Square Enix. They had a financial report recently, and this was just released, that from this financial report, they talked a lot about their recent financial struggles, you know, their recent challenges to get the profits that they want from their new releases. I'm looking at Final Fantasy 16 and even Final Fantasy Rebirth. They talked about how they want to shift their focus, they want to kind of re-strategize things, and as part of this, they want to focus on having way broader access to their main AAA titles. I am talking putting these games on Nintendo, Xbox, and PC, in addition to PlayStation. Now, I have to say, this comes after what has been actually a very good past couple years of Square Enix and Xbox's relationship. Yeah, very recently, Square Enix decided to start putting a lot of their games onto the Xbox platform. I'm talking Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. Yeah, a lot of these games started popping up on the Xbox store. Yeah, Phil Spencer even went on stage with the Square Enix president, Takashi Kiryu, last summer during the Final Fantasy Fan Fest, and they announced like this big Xbox partnership. And I remember they kind of said some vague things that I did really like. Like they said, hey, we plan on bringing, you know, future installments in Square Enix franchises to the Xbox, and ones that have already been released. They weren't specific on exactly which ones, but I kind of thought, hey, maybe it's only a matter of time before something like this happens. You know, they just say, hey, we're just going to go multi-platform. And it turns out that is exactly what's happening. So I'm very excited. I know a lot of others are as well. I just love when companies decide to go multi-platform. I do not like console exclusivity. I've always made that clear. I don't think you should have to make like a $500 investment into a console just to play your favorite new game. And companies obviously have a lot to gain by going multi-platform. Obviously, by making their product more readily available to everybody with every console or PC, the sales are obviously going to go up. Which kind of makes me wonder, how much do companies like PlayStation or Microsoft pay these companies like Square Enix to have console exclusivity? I'm sure whatever it is, you know, these companies like Square Enix, when they do these deals, they do the math and theorize that they are going to gain more profit by doing these deals than the profit they will lose out on from not as high of sales. I'm sure it does make sense financially in some cases, but obviously Square Enix is reevaluating things, and they are now saying that it no longer makes sense to have PlayStation exclusivity. I hope other companies follow suit as well. To me, I don't think any big game company, I don't care if it's Microsoft or PlayStation or Nintendo, I don't think any one of them should be the sole platform of a company as big and as influential as Square Enix.